think it was submission, because like, okay, like, I mean, we grew up, like, I always grew up in church, so it was kind of like, I know to respect your elders, don't necessarily talk back to adults, but applying that to somebody that's like the same age as me, or like my husband, it's like, oh, not me, but I got myself 20 years to this point, and now somebody else is sitting here telling me what to do all the time. It's like, oh, like, I have to listen to you. Like, it wound up making sense, like, after trusting God enough to know that he's going to send me somebody who can lead me. It was like, okay, like, now I can trust you enough to be like, okay, I can listen to what he's saying. I don't have to do it myself.
You do have to wipe your brow and sweat sometimes. Like, sometimes you really do need to go out and work and do what it is that needs to be done so you can get that understanding.
That we just say, oh, we want it to be this way, but we don't plan out what that looks like. Planning even your conflicts out is important.
But we have to choose to have humility over pride. So in those moments, we have to, take a step back and not, well, I want this to go my way. I'm right, and I'm not going to back down. No, we have to choose humility.
How much more will he clothe you? How much more will he clothe you?
Welcome to the Wives Den. I'm Tegan.
And I'm Taronda.
And we are here with our amazing couple, Tia and Cam Mitchell. Round of applause. We are here to talk about some interesting things today, and we are so happy that you have joined us.
Today's topic that we would like to discuss is conflict without destruction. First, we would like our guests to introduce themselves, and just introduce yourself and tell us how long you've been married.
I'm Cameron Mitchell, Tia's husband. We've been married for almost 6 months now, and we've been together for 4 years, 3.5 years.
Yeah, I'm Tia.
Well, welcome. We are glad that you guys decided to join us.
Yes. And so, how's it been being married for 6 months now?
Yeah, it's been really good. It's definitely got its ups.
It definitely has ups and
and
downs.
its lower ups, but it's been
lower
good.
ups?
Yeah, it's good.
No, it definitely has ups and downs, but it's been amazing. I would not change it. The security you receive from it is
Good.
Yeah. So, to that point of you guys being married for 6 months, how old are you? Because that's key.
21.
Yeah, 21.
So they got married early, and that's good. That's okay. Me and my husband, we got married at 18, so they beat us with 21.
We
But
can do the 18, we would have
it's still a gift to be able to find your person early
Yeah, for
and
sure.
be committed to each other and be present in marriage. And so even with us discussing conflict without destruction, have you guys had any moments where you felt like, okay, we all the way here, and let's bring it down a little bit? You guys have been together for 4 years already, and so I'm sure you have experienced things that were tough, things that are heightened, conversations. What do you feel like helped in those moments?
In the moment?
In the moment, yeah.
Changing our wordplay. Like sometimes we have had conversations where it's been cursing
how we
and
come at
yelling,
each other.
and instead of like actually trying to just hear the next person out, like we just really gets mad and trying to vent to each other.
Yeah.
So just using each other for the wrong outlet, if that makes sense. Instead of just talking to God about it. It's not that. You don't have to yell at her about it. I can be like, hey, bro, it's just going on.
Yes.
But I don't have to be like, you did this, you did that. But,
Yeah. I think that's key. That's something that we all continue to learn in our relationships is going to God first, and that could be challenging, especially if you're in a debate back and forth. But you go in the bathroom or something like, God, that's like Adam and Eve. This is the wife you gave me, Lord.
I think a big thing too is like individually going to God too, like not just together.
Yeah.
Us both taking a step back and be like, okay, God, this is the path that I need to be on in order for us to get back here.
Yeah,
sometimes because a lot of times you do just need a second.
Yeah.
And for us, like we like to be together so much, like we don't want a second. So when we do take a second, it makes us miss each other a little bit more. It makes us just give us a second to breathe. But a lot of times too, I think a lot of people, like when they think about blessings or think about gifts from God, they think about money and things of that nature. And for me, it's relationship wise. Like I know God can change my mind. He can change how I feel about Tia or change how I'm looking at this situation. So I look at that a lot it's like too much, or it's like I just go to God because He might not give me the money to go take her out on a date right now, but at least I can be able to talk to her in the right way, where something can be cultivated.
That's good. That's good.
I look at that a lot.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things to do, actually.
So conflict is something that is basically normal. We grow up differently. We have different upbringings, different ways that we've learned how to handle conflict based off of our parents. Just different communication styles, you know, different arguing styles. That is a thing. Like some people argue with, I'm not gonna argue with you, and then it's silence. And then some people like, I need to get it out right now.
They want to avoid it instead of confronting it.
Yeah.
So that it doesn't just keep on festering. Yeah.
Yeah. And so we all have to learn. I was talking to them before we started recording, and I was saying how it's important to recognize what your spouse, how they, you know, argue, or how their communication style is when they're in a debate. Like I can tell when my husband is upset, or I can tell when if he says a certain thing, I'm like, okay,
So you know
now
how
I need to be
respond.
quiet. Yeah. Or I need to, you know, let him chill for a minute, or vice versa. Like we recognize those things after we've been married for so long. Is that something that you guys have
It
recognized?
takes a lot of humility, though. It takes a lot to be like, let me stop being me for a second. Let me study you for a second. Let me just see how you're dealing with things and what's going on in your life. Because a lot of times people, I think we forget too, especially in new marriage, there's levels to your day. Like you're not always at 100%. But if I know you well enough to see when you're not at 100%, I can pick up in that way. But it takes me to take a step back from my own stuff. Okay, she has this going on. I can let go of how I feel, let go of what I got going on today, to then be there for her. So.
Yeah.
One of your triggers definitely was like when I say I could do stuff by myself after you've been helping me with it. But also, like, I would tell him, I'd be mad. I'm like, why you didn't wake up and read your Bible this morning? I'm like, you're scrolling on whatever it is, but you didn't read, like, you didn't do this. Like, how am I supposed to allow you to lead me? But it's like, the first thing I did was roll over and check and see if you were doing what I didn't do yet. So it's like, I definitely had to take a step back. I'm like, I don't think you be thinking you are who you think you are. Like, and that's okay. Like, but at least I can see that now. It's like, okay, maybe I should read mine first, and he'll probably read it with me. But to wake up and like, you didn't do it.
Yeah, I
That
think
was definitely a
the
trigger.
bigger scope of it, yeah, of course, a man is supposed to lead the relationship. But I can take leadership points from her as well. And even seeing that, like, there's definitely been times where she's in her word, and I'm like, dang, I should be reading my Bible. Or just things of that nature, too. Like, just the way her thought process may go sometimes. She might not care about something that deeply. Maybe I don't have to care about it that deeply. Like, a lot of times I do take her leadership. Okay, this is... If you won't calm, I want to be calm like you sometimes. So I just take it like that sometimes.
I did put in my notes about humility because a lot of times we want to be prideful when we are in a conflict. So we have to choose to have humility over pride, which I wrote down in scripture, which is Philippians 2 and 3, which it calls us to value others above ourselves. So in those moments we have to, you know, take a step back and not, well, I want this to go my way, I'm right, and I'm not going to back down. No, we have to choose humility.
And even in conflict, I just wanted to read this scripture, Ephesians 4:26. It says, "Be angry, but sin not." And in conflict, sometimes we can do things that can grieve the Holy Spirit, even though we're talking to our spouse. It's like, you didn't show kindness, you didn't show humility, you didn't show patience. So we don't necessarily show Christ in those conflict moments because we're acting out of flesh. And I know when I was younger and we were young in our marriage, it was a lot like we used to go at it, okay? We used to argue like back and forth and screaming and stuff like that because we didn't have Christ as the center of our relationship, and we didn't take the moments to actually see like what is his trigger or what is my trigger. And I feel like now, because we are more intentional about, okay, I see that he's getting mad, let me chill for a minute, or he's mad, he says this, let me not say nothing, because if I say something, it's gonna go, the wrong way. So I think that just growing and maturing, I think that has helped a lot, and I commend you guys for just being married so young and really taking the moments to see where each other is and how to have conflict without destroying what you're trying to build.
Yeah, we
Because
definitely had our
yeah.
we didn't
And,
get there.
and it's normal. It
Yeah,
happens.
it
It happens
definitely
because
happens.
we are up against our flesh.
Mhm.
So yeah, it happens.
Yes,
But we just have to know when to really back in and seek God.
Yeah.
So that He can reel us back in and pull us back to what the real purpose is.
For sure.
Yeah. And it's said that women don't like to apologize. It's said that women do not like to apologize, and I think it could be both ways, because some men don't like to apologize either. But I keep that in the back of my head. Like, if I'm getting there, I'm like, okay, because I don't want to have to go back and be like, I'm so sorry, because that takes some strength. But no, I'm being silly. But just being aware of what you're doing and how you're doing it, I think sets the tone of a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure.
And just to add on to the Ephesians 4:26, because I also had wrote that down. It's not given a place to the enemy to step in. So when we look at that scripture, be angry and sin not. You don't want to give the place for the enemy to come in and try to then manipulate you guys and turn you guys into,
For sure.
Against each other to get that destruction, because he wants to destroy.
Yeah.
That's his goal.
Yeah, definitely agree with that. Because even being in leadership, like, we do receive a lot of attacks sometimes. We just have to realize, like, it don't be us. Like, me and Tia really do work really well together. Like, that was one of the things that before we even were dating, like, we noticed about each other. Like, we can clean up a room together and we can do it quick. Like, we just worked really well together in general. So, like, it definitely was God given for us to be together in that way. So we definitely just have to be a little bit more, wear our glasses sometimes. Just be like, okay, this isn't us. Like, this is just something that happened and we can talk about it. But sometimes we don't have to talk about it.
I'm sorry, I keep getting distracted because I was praying earlier today, and I was talking to God, and I was asking him about birds, and I feel like he's talking to me right now. So
We do confirmations too. We've had our confirmation is a willow. So we fasted. I forget how long it was, but we've done fast for like different confirmation words.
I'm gonna say we did that. That was like right after we did like premarital, and you guys told us like to have like a 6-month goal and everything. We did like fasting and prayer, and I wrote it down, but it was defining my spiritual goal, setting a time frame, and then like fasting and prayer, and that's when we came up with like our confirmation words. What do we want to do? What do we want to cut out? So I think that helped a lot too. That was
Now every time we see a willow, it's like, it's us.
Yeah.
And it's been so weird. Is the weirdest times. Like, whenever we think we get left with some place we don't like or anything, it just like confirms, okay, we're supposed to be together. We're supposed to be doing this.
That's amazing.
Every time.
I love.
That's amazing.
God is good, y'all.
He is. And I just had a thing with a bird too the other day. Like, it just slammed in my window, and the Holy Spirit started talking.
That's crazy too. My is more of Tia's is more like willow. Mine's is like hawks. So we've seen hawks like together a lot of the times, and we always stop and look at them. We went fishing like a few months ago, and we were out fishing, just having a good day, and this big falcon flew into the water and like slammed into the water and grabbed the fish and flew away. And we were just having one of those days, and it was just like I know God's
reminding
you.
He is reminding you.
And it was just so like it was like, oh wow. And now every time we look up, we'll see them two together. Or one time I was with we went to go fish again with Darius, and me and Darius are having an amazing conversation. I see 2 big eagles flying by, and I'm like, so he's confirming another relationship that I have. It was just, he does a lot of stuff like that for us.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important, you guys, when we talk about God being the foundation of your life, period, because He can talk to you in the most minuscule times that you're like, okay, God, you confirmed this for me, or you helped in this area. And I love the way that you guys have like planned out certain things.
Yeah.
Because that's something that, in relationships we don't do. We just, that's not in our mindset. We just say, oh, we want it to be this way, but we don't plan out what that looks like. And I think that planning even your conflict style is important. Like, because when you come up to having an issue with your spouse, and I'm just getting this as I'm talking, y'all, but I believe that this is something that me and my husband, we can work on doing as well. That in the moment that we're having conflict, because we talked about it before, it'll come up.
Mm-hmm.
So we say, we're not going to do this, or we're not going to, because we know that presses my button. So then if we are in it and we're talking back and forth to stop destruction, that'll come back to our remembrance.
Sure.
Like, we talked about it, and I know for a fact that this is what's going to make Tia set off. So if I do it, then that's going to make you have to come back and apologize and even talk to God, because it's a standard that you put on your relationship or a boundary that you're wholeheartedly committed to.
Sure.
And so I think that that's a really good thing to do as well. And that's not something I wrote on my notes, but I believe the Holy Spirit just gave that to me. If we plan for everything else, like those are things that we should plan for too, and have a discussion about with our significant other, our fiance, our partner, our husband or wife. Just so, like Taronda said, the enemy doesn't have a foothold. He doesn't have where we get into it, and because we don't say, okay, this is my word, that if you say this, now it's gonna trigger me. If we put it out there, expose what it is, then we have an opportunity to change it.
Yep.
And so I love the way that you guys have even wrote down certain things, your plans for 6 months, and that's amazing. That's amazing.
I think like we're blessed to be in a church where we actually can serve and be a part of the community. But serving is probably what saved our relationship. Like, just the idea of, like, a lot of the things that I find even in teaching, like in prayer and all of that, like a lot of I find it a lot in the work that I do. Like, as a guy, sometimes you just be like, man, I don't want to do all of this, but like it's you're there to work.
Yeah.
Like, I've been reading a lot of scriptures talks about, so you do have to wipe your brow and sweat sometimes. Like, sometimes you really do need to go out and work and do what it is that needs to be done so you can get that understanding.
Yeah.
And like, on a different hand, Tia can just take a second, like take an hour to herself and come to an understanding. I gotta get in the dirt sometimes, but it's okay. Like, I took serving, like, even in the morning time on Sundays, I go help out pastor, go help you out. I take serving with Tia like the utmost serious. Like, whatever it is that you need, can I be there for you mentally? Like, how can I cover you in that way without me feeling like I'm overextending myself and not receiving that back? Because at the same time, through that service, I then receive whatever it is God was trying to give me. Now I'm receiving those blessings I was talking about before.
Yeah.
And it was in that work. Like, a lot of times we feel like it's just going to happen. Like, I know I have to go out my way to feel this way. To go out my way to be like, okay, sweetheart, what's going on? And it's okay if you don't want to talk about it. It's cool. We can just kick it. Like,
So you feel like because of you guys' thought process of serving, that helps when you have like conflict.
For sure. Because it was more so, even like, I think it was submission, but even that came a little easier because it's like, okay, like, I mean, we grew up, like, I always grew up in church, so it was kind of like, I know to respect your elders, don't necessarily talk back to adults. So it was kind of like along those lines that I already knew, but applying that to somebody that's like the same age as me, or like my husband, it's like, oh, so I don't know, I feel like, not me, but I got myself 20 years to this point, and now somebody else is sitting here telling me what to do all the time. It's like, oh, like, I have to listen to you, like, but, I mean, it wound up making sense, like, after trusting God enough to know that he's going to send me somebody who can lead me, it was like, okay, like, now I can trust you enough to be like, okay, I can listen to what he's saying, I don't have to do it myself, so I feel like that helped.
yeah. And so I think you have a hand on the wheel, too, especially in the form of submission. I feel like I'm going to say a lot of women, but a lot of people my age hear submission and be like, I'm not submitting to nobody, no.
Not just people
There's
your
a-
age.
yeah, this is-
That's
You
all
can
ages.
submit, but it also gives you the chance to be a part of the situation. Like, you don't just throw somebody in to lead. I'm submitting to you, but in doing so, now yoked with you. I'm equally yoked with you enough to pick your brain, to put things in your mind. So hey, when you do go out into the world, it's not just you going out there. We're going out there, even if I'm at home, like because it's things you told me or things you helped me with. So I think that's a big thing too.
Yeah, the just with you guys serving and doing your job, doing the will, your purpose, right? Because God placed you here on purpose, for a purpose, and just when you said about the spiritual attacks, because the enemy knows where you're seated, right? That's what I talked about on Tuesday. The enemy knows where you are seated, so he's going to attack you because you are doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
are doing Christ's work. You are Christ. You are being Christ-like. So you just have to remember that. I have to tell myself that, like, when stuff be happening, it's like, oh,
Yeah, we have, it's in a pattern too. Like our pattern is probably more like whenever we have anything serious coming up, like some forms like celebration, something always happens. Or like the day I got ordained, something.
That
It
was
was
a long
it was a long day. Like, it was freezing outside. Like we were into it so bad. I'm like, T.
He got outside to
pulled over the
walk
car,
in
and I'm
slacks and like a
I
dress
said, T,
suit.
drive to the church. I walk. Like it's mind you, we're 10 minutes away.
It's
on
in the
car.
middle of a snowstorm. I'm like, where are you gonna go?
I'm
So
like,
then
yeah,
I had to
dude.
turn around. I almost slid out trying to turn back because I'm like, he can't even make it back to the house at this point. He's definitely not making it back to the church. So it was like,
it's always something when we have to like go like preparing to teach or something like that. But especially with Bible study now, like, that's where we've grown so much in that room. Like it's being able to work together and actually take a step back and just deal with people. Like learning to love people for real, and it helps you love each other as well. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And with with you guys going back and forth in those times that you have you guys realized like what your conflict style is? So when I say conflict style, I'm meaning like, is your spouse somebody that I need to get it all out right now, I need to talk right now, or have you guys noticed that one of you all are like, I shut down, I don't want to talk, I need to be quiet and don't say nothing, or are you avoidance, like I'm just gonna avoid the conversation, or do you people please, like, okay, whatever you want? Have you noticed any type of way that you guys have conflict so that it can help you?
I'm more of
he
like the
definitely
talker.
is head on. He's like, no, I want to talk about it right now. And I'll get out the car and walk away. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this right now. And it's like, we have to come to a understanding, like, okay, you might be landing on too thick, but I'm not landing on enough. So I know that you want to talk about it, even though I don't. So we'll just either talk about it a little bit and take a break or come back. But it's like, no, that was a really big
sometimes we just have to
headbutt
get
right there.
outside. Like, sometimes we just have to take a step back.
Yeah, we both
Like
have to take a walk.
Tia like to go take a walk. You know, like I'll be sitting in my car, and I'm like, man, I really gotta run over there to the back and go talk to her. Like it's my responsibility. Like, I really do take it as a duty, though. Like, I think that's a big thing that might change my marriage compared to others. Like, I really do look at it as like the biggest responsibility. Like I really do respect her father, her parents a lot, like, a lot. Like I've seen the work her father's done over the years, and I didn't even know him that long. But he's probably one of the most kindest people I've ever met. Like for somebody to be able to work physically the way he works and still be able to be there and be there emotionally. Like I've never met anybody that actually care about everybody. Like he'll talk to anybody walking down the street and be like, "What's up, man? Like what's going on?" But to look at that and see how it impacted Tia gives me a sense of responsibility to his daughter. So now I'm thinking like, man, like if she can feel this way about him, imagine how people can feel about me, or how my children can look at me one day, especially if I'm looking at that as a marker.
Yeah.
And he serves God too, so it's like God definitely threw the right people in my life for me to.
I was just about to say that.
Like, wow. But in terms of that, I'm more of the like I need clarity, like I need a form of understanding. It's more like that's just how I receive my reassurance. Like I just need you. I need to know that you understand what I'm talking about. But sometimes it's too much. I definitely did too much sometimes. Until you get out that car.
So Tia, get out that car. Like, I'm done.
Because he'll be like, we're only talking for 2 hours. Like, it's only 2 hours of the day we have to talk about. I'm like, dang, we pushing 2 hours at this point. Like, what else are we talking about? So, yeah, we kind of learn to compromise in like maybe like an hour and a half. I'm like, okay, we'll talk about it.
It's
We'll take a
more,
break.
I think it's more how we do it now, though. Like, not necessarily the time. Because I really just wanted some form of reassurance. Like, a lot of times I feel like I had to talk too much because I wasn't getting the responses I felt like I needed. But then I had to take a step back and look at me, like, why do I care so much about the response given?
Yeah.
Like, I know she cares about me at the end of the day. I know she really does want to do better, whatever it is. Why am I holding so much weight in her responses? Am I really giving her space to even think about a response or grow in that way if I'm so adamant about it being the right thing to say? Because even when I think it's the right thing to say, I still be mad. Like, I still be in the car like, and I be just watching TikToks and I don't even want to look at the videos no more.
And that's where we have to recognize the enemy and what the plan is in our conversations or when we're in arguments and things like that. It's challenging though, because when you when you going back and forth, you don't think about anything. But I think that when you said, you kind of slow down and be like, I know she cares about me, or he cares, even though he wants to talk about it right then and there. But
stop the spiraling.
Yeah,
you stop the
yeah.
overthinking.
We're definitely blessed enough to have. We've had a good enough moments in our relationship that I can just look at the evidence. I don't always have to look at what's actually going on right now.
Yeah.
We have evidence of you caring about me. I have evidence of you being faithful, always staying in church, always being that person.
Yeah.
So I can just look back at that sometimes instead of always looking at, okay, this situation makes me feel this way.
Yeah.
I can just look back and be like, okay, well, you did save me from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you did protect me in that. You did stay in that car when I got kicked out that time. You know, like, I can just look at that, and even if she can't give me exactly what it is I think I need right now, she's still the person God sent me.
Yeah.
So, and then that's just what it is. I feel like for guys sometimes when it comes to even being a Christian man, like, a lot of times you do it under the guise of, I want to be seen, I want to be appreciated, but it's really just a relationship with you and God. And it can be like that in a relationship too. Like, it really should just be more about the relationship instead of how you're being seen. So, and that's the security too. Like, I don't care about how most people see me anymore because I know I got somebody who actually sees me.
That's good. And that goes back to Rhonda, your saying that you did on Bible study the other day, where it says, can you say it again?
Speak your position over your condition.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, in your condition, maybe we going at it, but remembering your position in the relationship, like, we love each other. Well, when I just touched on the styles of how you guys receive conflict, or how you guys usually, have conversations back and forth, all of those ways can cause destruction. Having to get it out right now, that can cause some stuff where you can say stuff that you can't take it back, or being quiet and taking the moment. Like, I need, because I'm the type of person, I like to process stuff too. But even that sometimes, because it leaves the person that needs to say something right now thinking a whole world of things that the enemy can be plotting and sowing words into their mind too. And then even avoiding or people pleasing, all of those styles can bring destruction if we don't, like we said, talk about it. When we're having conflict. How are we going to address certain situations when it come up? Are we going to do this, or are we going to do that? Like you said, Tia, like, we kind of made a compromise, like, okay, an hour and a half, we're going to talk about it, and then we're going to be done. Like, we're going to only have an hour and a half, not 2 hours, not 3 hours, but just giving him, what is okay or makes you feel good, but you're also making him feel good because you're allowing him to express how he's doing stuff. So I think just having that plan that you guys have, I think that's phenomenal, because it doesn't allow the enemy to put his foot in there and play in your relationship. You guys you've set the tone, and then you'll have the responsibility of playing that out. So I think that's
and
amazing.
too, I'll say a big thing, like, me and Tia have really good conversations. Like, we talk about what life we want, and she holds me accountable to the life we talk about wanting. Instead of, like, how I'm feeling right now. Like, of course, I don't want to go to work right now. We'll be trying to make this money, to you. So, like, she'll really hold me.
Like, so you said
exactly. Like, she'll hold
you
me
were going to do this in order to do that.
She doesn't, and she won't hold it against me if it's something that we change. Like, if that's not the goal that we're trying to meet anymore. Okay, what do you want to do now?
Yeah.
Like, she's really, very understanding, and I didn't always notice that. Like I'm like, she do not care, but she really do care a lot. Even if it's not reciprocal, like if I don't feel like she's listening or cares, that's when I look back at the evidence of it. Like, okay, she did do all the things she said she was gonna do. You know, so.
Well, it
She
seems
definitely-
like you guys are working really hard
Yes.
at,
Oh, for
you know,
sure.
being married for 6 months already. I feel
Being
like you guys,
intentional.
yeah, you definitely are being intentional about conflict, about just life in general, the goals that you guys set for each other and for your relationship. You guys are doing a great job, it seems
Yes.
like.
Thank you.
And I would just encourage you guys to keep going. You know, remember the things that you guys put in place for your life, for how you're doing things. And I did want to read this scripture. It's Ephesians 4:26-32, and I'll just sum it up. It says, "Being kind, tenderhearted, and forgiving is something that is crucial in marriage."
Yeah.
And if we keep that at the forefront of our relationships, which we talk about a lot with keeping stuff in the forefront, like I said before, when you have a plan, when you have a goal for your relationship, with keeping those things in mind, being kind, being tenderhearted, and forgiving. Forgiving is number one, because God says that we can't forgive others, He can't forgive us.
Yeah.
And in relationships, it takes a toll when you're going through things. If you've been married for a long time and
Yeah.
you've experienced life, you've experienced things that are hard, and it can be challenging sometimes to forgive. A lot of people say, like, well, I can never forget that. Well, forgiving and forgetting is two different things. You'll never forget certain things that happen, but forgiving is something that the Bible admonishes us to do quickly.
Yes.
So when our spouse, if
And
we
do
do
continually.
have conflict that may be destructive, because it happens, where you might say something that you have to apologize about, or you may do something that is not, you know, something that left you comfortable. But if we forgive quickly, it brings a whole nother standard of love towards one another. Our foundation should always be love, and the biblical standard of love, not what the world says and it's a feeling. Love is action. And so when we're having conflict between each other, when we're doing things or saying things that our spouses might not like, forgiving them quickly and often is vital to making sure that we have longevity in our relationships. If I know my husband doesn't like certain things or doesn't like me saying certain stuff in conflict, to serve him in that moment, I'm going to be like, okay, well, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. You know, I'm going to serve him even in the conflict that we're doing, so it won't destroy the relationship that we're working so hard to have.
And that takes a level of humility that
It
most
does.
people don't have. Well, most people in our generation,
Yeah. I don't think that they try, though.
I
Yeah.
don't think they do.
I don't think that they try.
I
And
think people today are very just caught up in their own.
yes.
Which, and it makes sense too.
Yeah.
I get it. I definitely
Self-absorbed.
understand. I've been there.
Yeah.
It's
You gotta
self-protection.
pick your battles.
Yeah.
Like, we even have to learn how to pick our battles.
Pick your battles. That is
Because you can pick them.
that is
You can
crucial
choose.
too. That's the word right there. Pick your
Yeah, like we
battles.
only have. I think about it, like we only. On one hand, I think like we only have so much time. I want to be able to enjoy my time with you. Like, I'm not gonna be able to. I don't have time to pick out every little thing that I
Yeah.
want. Like, God purposely put you in my life for a reason. So even when I don't feel like this is good right now, like it's not for me to say it's good. I'm not the marker of that. Like, I didn't make what's good, so it's not up to me to be like, okay, I like this. Okay, cool, you like this. You can not like it in 5 minutes too.
Yeah.
So for me, like that's what pushed me to become a Christian to begin with. I wanted to be with what was true. Like I had a really big issue with like lying to people and always like deceiving people and things of that nature. So I'm like, man, I want to see what it feels like to actually be truthful and actually be like forthcoming about how I feel and true, even if it's not right all the time. So that was one big thing, and Tia was very open with that, very truthful with me. I'm like, okay, I can't do this no more. You know.
Yeah.
And
And you guys seem like you have a balance.
Yeah.
You know,
For
and
sure.
with your temperaments and how you communicate, and that I think most marriages. I know Toronto, you guys have a balance. We have a balance. You know, and sometimes it's hard to see it when you're going through things or when you're going through tough situations that, you know, I saw something the other day and it was talking this lady, I don't know her name, but she was talking about how, and I think I was talking to you about this, Tia, how we expect a you out of your spouse.
Oh yeah.
You know, so you
Right.
can't have balance if
Can't
we
do
have
that.
two
No.
Tegans. Like,
No.
you know, we
No.
both just not be talking to each other
It's like I
for days. If that was the
to
case,
do what I would do. No, he doesn't think
Yeah,
like
for
you.
me
Yeah.
too.
It's not you.
Having to understand that is like crazy. Like God's not gonna give you another you, and if He was to send you another you, do you think you can deal with it? Like,
yeah,
do I think I'm tempered enough where, like, who do I think I am enough to be like, okay, can I deal with Cam? No, I couldn't deal with myself.
Yeah.
See, man, like,
So you can.
exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't think she could have to at least want to deal with somebody exactly like her. Like, that's not. It's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah.
I feel like we just learn how to pick up like where each other is lacking. Like not even to use this as an example, even though you just did it, but like, so these are how like I take my notes. Like everything's colored, it's neat, like you can read it. Then I'll pass Kim the notebook. I'm like, can you take notes? And he'll write down something like this. And I'm like,
That's
it's-
being nice.
yeah. And I'm like, it's okay. I'll write the notes for it.
Let me know.
Okay.
It's the real one.
Yeah,
The real,
it's okay.
It's the real one.
everything is color
See, it's all
coordinated
pretty.
and neat
And
and
mine would be like, yep,
Scrabble.
get your hair done. Let me see.
Yeah. I don't think it's in this one, but it's
I just seen it. That was so silly.
that's fine.
Yeah, I don't be. She like can't take notes from me. I'm in the back.
Like,
Tia in the back. The maid. All the
Cam
notes
was
she
in
needs to
church.
make. I'll try to. Yeah. So these would be my notes.
Oh,
yeah.
These would be my notes. Tia's would be like,
oh,
okay. So I always take a picture of hers and send it to the group chat.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go.
yeah. Let's see.
So I just wanted to sum everything up as what we talked about is love being the anchor.
Mm-hmm.
So love has to be the anchor within the conflict, so that we don't destroy our covenant, and be gentle
Yeah.
with each other. That's I wrote down Proverbs 15:1. So a gentle answer turns away wrath.
Yes.
So
yes.
have to be gentle with one another. And I also wrote down forgiveness. So
Yeah,
yes.
that's been one of my beautiful tools.
Yeah.
Like whenever, like, cause we still have arguments. You know, we still get into it sometimes. With one of the last situations we've had, when we argued, T went to the back. I ran all the way back there to go talk. I took a second. For a second, I was like, okay, this is your wife. You have a responsibility to her, for her to feel a specific way. So when I get back there, I get on one knee, and now I'm talking to you. Hey, sweetheart, what is it that I can do to make you feel better? What is going on right now that you want me to either not deal with or you want me to fix for you? Whatever the case is, like even speaking softly. Like I've had an issue with not being able to do that. But it's been like she responds to it so well. It's like, why would I ever talk to her any differently? Like, what do you need? Like,
Yeah, and I'm glad he came back there because as soon as we were like walking away, like about to leave, it was a coyote that ran right past us. So I would have been a lot more upset if he was still in the car. Like, so yeah.
but even in that too, Tia noticed as well. We were talking about how, like, I had work that next morning. I have to be at work at 4:45 for class. So I was trying to get her to understand, like, even though, like, this is how I care about you, even if I can't necessarily say it. I'm not going to care more about me knowing I got to be up in 2 hours. I know I care more about this relationship and us feeling better in the morning time. I know I can get through 2 hours and I'll be good for an hour. So let me let go of my day and be like, okay, what can I do to better this? Because this matters to me more than being able to be excited for class. Like, I don't need that much sleep, even though I do need some sleep. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I just want her to see that form of work. Because we had a point in our relationship when we was always comparing each other's work. Like, I'm doing this, you're doing that, you're doing that. I'm doing more than you. No, I'm just doing it differently than you are. You're doing the same body of work that I am. If anything, you're probably doing a little more that I don't see.
Yeah.
So I don't always have to lead with my work. I can just lead with how I'm doing it. Like, if I'm doing it for the right reasons, then okay, we'll be good. I'm just letting you know, hey, I do gotta be up at work in the morning. I'm just trying to get you to understand that I do love you, sweetheart. And I just want to have a good night.
It's 1 o'clock.
I feel like
We have an hour and 30 minutes.
But I feel like a lot of young men today, like, to have that level of humility sometimes is very hard. Like, you really do have to let go.
Yeah.
Just give it to God sometimes. Like, just that's when like my prayer really matters. Like, if I know I want to get through that, okay, when I do get to class that morning, Father God, please give me give me the energy that I need. I'm gonna have the energy that I need. The people in here are gonna get past these goals. We're doing it. Instead of saying, God, please, I need some energy this morning. No, I'm gonna speak boldly because I know He'll respond boldly. I don't necessarily have to. It's gonna be okay. Blah, blah, blah. Ask for everything that I know He's already gonna give.
Amen to that.
That's
Yes.
good. Did you? Well, we have had a great show. I think that, like I said, that you guys are doing an amazing job at your relationship, at your
Yes.
marriage, being examples to other
Yes,
young
being
couples.
examples, because like Pastor and Lady T always say, we may be the only Christ that
Yes.
others see. So you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah.
Guys.
Yeah, and marriage is a ministry, and so how you deal with certain things and how you grow, we not gonna always get it right. We're not gonna get it right. You know, we're gonna make mistakes in our marriages. We're gonna make mistakes when we're talking, when we're having conflict. But just remembering what our foundation is, what you guys' goals are, what your plans are, I think that that will always keep us on track. Is there one thing that you would want to tell somebody else that is in your age group to help them if they're fiancés or if they're married young?
Mine usually is like after you actually get that confirmation from God, like that is your person. You kind of just not have to suck it up, but you really do have to change a lot about yourself to be like. It wasn't just now I'm being a better person for me and like for God, but it's like, okay, I know you deserve a good wife, so let me figure out how to be that good wife. So it's definitely like taking a step back and be like, okay, let me see, like let me not put all of this on him. Like it definitely does start with me as well. So definitely just taking a step back and be like, okay, I can be wrong and I can have definitely started this 100%. So yeah.
Anything?
That's humility.
Yeah.
I know it might be a little cliche. People say it all the time, but when God is the only good and perfect thing ever, it's the best thing to have in a relationship. Even if you're not actively serving all the time or whatever it is, like I cannot do this without God. Like at all. Like to
Mic drop.
even if we're
Right, that's the truth.
like even if it's just me and Tia, like we're two not perfect people. For us to both be reaching towards the perfect goal, the perfect person. God can cultivate that in ways people really like undermine. Like it don't have to be $1 million. It can be $1 million worth of sense up here to give you the right,
His thoughts are above ours.
That's the biggest, probably the biggest thing I could take away from it. Like if I wasn't with God, my mind, my soul would be somewhere else.
Yeah.
So even if I was doing all the work I could do to make a relationship better, if we weren't individually going down that path together, I don't know how it was going to work.
Yeah. And we've said that all the time.
I'll say, husbands, submit to your wife. Everything is not for you to pick up and lead everything. Sometimes you don't necessarily have to let her pick up the slack, but allow her to be who she is for you. Because it's not for you to always be like, well, you can do this, you can change this, you can change a lot of things too. And we're just physically wired to do more. And be okay with that work.
Just trusting that God like actually put the person in your life that's made for you. So it's like, okay, I take a lot of comfort in that. Like, I know you know how to pick me up when I'm down and calm me down, so that helps a lot too.
It's not all false work. Like, cause as a husband, you have some responsibility, so you're gonna do some form of work. You just have to understand it's for the right reasons.
Yeah.
That's for me, cause I'll be tired, but I'm happy. I'm happy I'm not tired because I know it's for the right reason.
Yeah.
So,
That's good.
Yes,
That's good.
good.
Well, thank you guys so much
Thank
for
you, guys.
spending time with us and ministering to the people that are watching on how we can become better in conflict so that we don't destroy what we're building as married couples.
Yes.
So I hope that this blessed you guys. It's definitely blessed me and Taronda.
Yes.
thank you.
For you guys being here today. And I hope that you guys come back for the next episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share all of those good things so that we can help other people and make them aware of what God is doing in us and how we can, just testify of what we've been through to help you guys. Remember, being a wife is not about perfection, or being married isn't about perfection.
It's about purpose.
So keep loving,
Keep building,
and
and we'll meet you back here in the den. Bye.